Hey everybody, Pastor Tim here. It is Wednesday afternoon and we are in the middle of this extraordinary time in our world and in our country and here at First Reformed Church. Everything is changing. Everything is evolving. We are now absolutely in that shuttering lane where almost all of the on-site ministries at First Reformed Church have come to a halt. We simply cannot meet here at church for any groups larger than 10. That means almost all of our rooms are completely closed off. We're not having any meetings. We're not having in-person worship. A lot of things have changed. But we are not going to quit in this moment. We are ourselves going to evolve and grow to meet the ministry needs of First Reformed Church and our community. So I am here in a repurposed Sunday school, which will, for the foreseeable future, serve as a recording studio for content that we are going to bring to you at a distance through electronic means. That includes our television station, social media, and especially through our website, frcoc.org. We've been thinking and planning as a staff. I'm so proud of the staff for what they've come up with, including this wonderful little space and the ministry plan we have created that is still in process, but we think we've got a pretty good grasp on how this is going to work. We want to kind of roll that out to you a little bit today, knowing, and we're going to have to ask your grace, things could well change again, and they could change quickly. But we're going to do our best today to give you kind of a flyover view of what we are hoping to do to stay connected, to stay kind of feeding and filling with content that can help you grow spiritually, and to help you feel like church life in some sense doesn't quit, even if anything and everything else does. So we're going to head over here to the whiteboard and we're going to show you first what we're planning as far as digital ministry opportunities, ways we're going to try to reach out to you with new and fresh and FRCOC specific content in the coming days and weeks. Again, working with an indefinite future. We have been blessed at this church with the technological capacity and the human know-how to be able to present to you a whole bunch of new kinds of ministry formats and media. We're going to be using, again, the television station, frcoc.org, the app, the Roku app, and the website to bring you a bunch of new things. So what we have here is kind of a temporary ministry plan that includes a little bit of a weekly schedule on where we will be able to reach you, how you'll be able to hear from us, and what we need to be doing going forward to continue to go after our mission of glorifying God, knowing Christ, and making Him known. Let's start with Sunday. On Sunday morning at 9:30, you'll be able to tune in through all those media for our AM worship. We'll be coming to you in a recorded way, not live, but a recording of a pretty typical Sunday morning worship service. There'll be music, there'll be prayers that you can pray along at home, there'll be liturgies on the screen, and there'll be a teaching that I'll be providing from the sanctuary. At 11 o'clock, some of our members will be doing Sunday school via the same kind of broadcast means, and with a special teaching, much like an adult Sunday school class would be. On Sunday, at 4 o'clock, we're going to be doing the evening worship service, which I'm now calling Vespers. Vespers kind of means afternoon. This week, knowing that not everyone will get this communication, it will also be broadcast at the typical time it has been at 5:30. But we actually think we have the opportunity to reach a few more people if we get off that supper time hour. So evening worship on Sunday, PM worship, is going to be broadcast at 4 p.m. beginning a week from this Sunday. Now, let's go into the work week with you. Kids are home. You're not at work perhaps as much as you once were. Our broadcast media are going to be pumping out some classic content, some things you've seen before, and some new content. So at 9:30 on Monday morning, you'll be able to watch one of our past worship services on the TV station, as well as some other means. At 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday, I'm going to be sharing with you content that Elder Nikki Clagle and I developed last year. It's a Through the Bible study called Core 40. Core 40 will include some scripture for you to read, and then a handout to help you process what you've read in the Bible, and then a video that will unpack some of what you've read and what you worked through on the worksheet. That's recorded last year, Nikki and I. That will be available at 11 o'clock and 8 p.m., the same lesson each day, but a different lesson each day. Or the same lesson at 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. each day, but then a different lesson Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday. And what we're asking you to do is to come up with and send in questions about anything that you read or learned in the course of the week from those Core 40 lessons. And then on Friday, I'll be recording a special video answering the questions you have. So 4 key biblical passages at a time. We're going to work our way through this beautiful kind of infrastructure of the meaning of the Bible. On Tuesday morning, you'll be able to see the Sunday school guide at 9:30. Wednesday is also going to be a classic worship service from the past. Thursday, we're going to be sharing content from Words of Hope. And Friday morning at 9:30, we're going to broadcast our Fred Talks again for the time being. So that is kind of your morning block over the course of the week. Now, here's what I'm really excited about. In the afternoons, every afternoon at 2:30, we're going to have kids programming. Someone from our staff is going to do something like a children's message for the kids. Some of the times it's going to be singing that they can do at home. So we call this kind of afternoon cookie and juice break. Head over to the TV or to your computer, and we're going to have kids time at First Reformed Church with those folks. Then you'll see a few other opportunities during the course of the week to see some classic worship services that we have had. Again, on Friday, the Core 40 Answers will be played, and I'll record that at that time. And so there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be pumping out over the course of the week. Now, you didn't write this all down. You don't have to worry about that. We're going to be getting this all to you in a PDF that's going to be sent out in the near future to you. Now, a lot of you are thinking, well, what about if I didn't subscribe to cable? What if I don't really follow the internet? How am I going to stay connected? Well, if that's you probably got pointed to this video by someone else, or you heard about this from someone else. We are also going to use some of our traditional means to connect with you. Our prayer line, 737-8500, has now become our prayer and information line. So 3 times a week, you can call that number and find out the latest on what's happening at church in our response to the coronavirus, COVID-19. So if you're kind of the sort of person that uses a telephone and likes to check in that way, please use that. We'll also have a weekly printed schedule in addition to some other print materials that will be available just inside the north door at church. Just walk up the steps there. We got hand sanitizer waiting for you, and you'll be able to pick up some of our printed materials and also find scheduling things and communications there. We kind of have a half-sheet bulletin with prayer updates and other things that you might need to know. We are doing our best to navigate this time, and we hope that you'll join with us in doing so. This is really a difficult season on all of us. It's a time of learning. So we want to make sure that we end with kind of a 2-pronged meta reminder, a big picture reminder. The first is that we are a church, and churches are God's design and Christ's commissioned group to minister to the world at all times, and especially in times of need. So right now, if you need a little extra help, if you need someone to go on a grocery run for you, if you just need extra prayer, if you need help navigating all this, call the church. If you need any extra help, reach out to us. And at the same time, we want to say, if you are able to give a little extra help, please reach out to us. We understand that this is going to be a change in our financial picture. If God's blessed you and you're able to give a little more through the app or a little more in a check to help keep things going here, that's much needed. If you're able to do one of those runs for people, or you feel comfortable delivering some of these contents, the print materials and things like that, please let us know. We'll put you to work. This has got to be kind of an all hands on deck, even as we stay at arm's length. We're trying to navigate that space together as a congregation. Please call the office. We will be here 8 to 3 for sure, Monday through Friday, but the church will not be open at all on Sunday, and we really can't guarantee how things will be going after 3 p.m. Again, just the office space will be open within the church campus for the time being. trying to follow through with the restrictions that the government has laid out for us to keep us safe and to keep us healthy. Hopefully this has been informative to you. Again, it is a snapshot in a long reel of information that we'll continue to bring to you from this space, from our campus 420 Central Avenue. Please reach out with any questions via any of the means we've mentioned, and we'll stay in touch. God bless you all.